Hi everyone, my name is Amanda and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you all my pieces from the third week of Inktober, so days 15 to 21. As of recording this, I just got back from my trip to Florence, which was really amazing. I'll have a post up on my website soon with the pictures. But yeah, that's why the video is up a little bit late. I honestly cannot believe I've lasted this long through the challenge. I always have this feeling that I can't keep up the momentum and that my motivation kinda dies out, but this year is different. It's probably because there's so much more accountability when you're posting everything online, and even though I know that no one would bat an eye if I stopped doing it, I still have this feeling of just enough pressure to not want to stop, if that makes any sense. It's funny because I've had this channel for over a year now, and even back when I had 5 subscribers, I felt this need to post every week. I would stay home from social arrangements just to finish a video that got maybe 20 views, but I loved doing it anyway. I posted every week for almost a year, even through schools and exams, and after my graduation and a few weeks of not really working on my channel, I just fell into this slump of not wanting to create and feeling like editing a video was this insurmountable task. I just procrastinated and not working made me not want to work even more. It was just this negative spiral, and I was just kind of sad and guilty the whole time. Sad because I wasn't doing anything with my time other than going to work and watching Netflix, and guilty because I knew that I actually had viewers that were expecting content from me. But after my October bullet journal video and starting Inktober, I really feel like creating again. It's funny how I had no ideas for a full month and a half, but now that I'm making new things every day, I have tons. I could feel that slump creeping up on me again last night, so I decided to get up early this morning and get stuff done before work. Also, I'm gonna try to not watch Netflix at all this week and limit my time on social media to about an hour a day. I know it sounds like a lot, but right now my average is 3 to 4 hours a day on my phone that basically go by without me even noticing that I'm using that time. It's pretty scary to think about, so I decided to try and actually cut that time and see how much more I can do without picking up my phone every 10 minutes. Sorry, I know I'm not talking much about the pieces, but as usual, I'm using my Artline fine liners in 0.05 and 0.1, as well as my black India ink. I like the idea for this piece a lot, but the composition doesn't really work. There's something about the rings in the water that doesn't look quite right, and also the subject is too small to really see what it is. But yeah, it was supposed to be a girl lying on a pier looking down on the water where a siren is tricking her into believing that it's her own reflection. But despite her innocent appearances, she pulls the girl down with her to the bottom of the lake. The third piece for this week was an eye monster / plant. I don't know, maybe if I drew it a bit more realistic, it would have been creepier. But I do quite like it. I think another reason why artists or creatives often end up in a slump like the one I went through is this constant discontent with what you're creating. I'm sure I'm not the only one who can spend hours on something and then look at it when it's finished and absolutely hate it. And that's fine if you just flip the page and start something new, but if you're filming it and planning on putting it on YouTube for the world to see, it's quite nerve-wracking. Not that I would want to do it any other way, but oftentimes I find myself doubting my creativity or my artistic skills, even have this feeling that someday someone will find me out and expose me as a fraud. I think the term many creators used is imposter syndrome, and it's pretty fitting. Of course, I know it's not the case, but I often have to remind myself. Have any of you guys ever felt that way, that you get a lot more praise than you deserve for something? Wow, sorry if this video is getting you down, that was not the intention. Drawing number 4 is this girl sitting on the ground, and there is a demon type being coming out of her back. I don't know what the inspiration behind this was, but I know that I started by wanting to give her spikes on the back, like a porcupine. That didn't really work, so I went with this instead. I love the way the ink looks when you apply it to a wet surface. And this monster isn't really creepy to me, it's almost soothing in a way. For the 5th drawing this week, I was probably a bit overly ambitious. I wanted to make this whole desert scene with a cactus that was also a monster, and yeah, I don't know, I think it turned out a bit too busy and confusing. I might revisit this concept in the future though, without the many eyes. I think it would be really fun to paint with gouache and some weird colors. I really found out how much I love color in these past 3 weeks. I really miss having color in my pieces and also just working with mediums like gouache and watercolor. I'll have to take that up as soon as Inktober is over. I was thinking of making a small scene this year of all my Inktober drawings, but I don't really know where the best place to get them printed would be. Also, I don't think enough people would want one. On an unrelated note, I am starting to look into prints and whether the best option for me is to have a printer at home or get them done elsewhere. That's far into the future as it looks right now, but if that's something that you would be interested in, I would love to know. I'm also open to the idea of selling my originals, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to write me an email or direct message. The next piece here, for October 20th, I went with a very simple silhouette, but I really like the way it turned out. It's like I keep returning to the human shape in some form or another, this one being especially skeleton-like. But yeah, I loved playing with the thickness and placement of the lines in the spiderweb to make it look even more creepy. The last piece in this video was a concept that I had been thinking about for some time, and I really liked it. Of course, it never looks as good in real life as it does in my head, but overall I enjoy it. If you want some more consistent daily updates about my Inktober journey, check out my Instagram where I upload a picture every day. I don't know why my laziness always sparked when it came to Instagram, but I never used to bother posting anything, which is really silly. But now there is lots of content every day, and hopefully I'll keep posting on a regular basis after Inktober as well. I'll try to make a November bullet journal plan with me on top of my Inktober videos, but we'll have to see how that goes. And anyways, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I apologize if it was a little too rambly. If you have any questions or ideas, feel free to leave a comment down below, and otherwise I'll see you next time. Bye!